legend whispered in hushed tones about a mirror unlike any other. It's an antique elegant with a tarnished silver frame that seems to absorb the light around it. But its beauty is a lie, a mask for the horror it holds. This isn't just a mirror that shows who you are. This is the mirror that shows who will die next. The story goes that every reflection it casts is a death sentence. Anyone who sees their face in its glass will be dead within 24 hours, no exceptions. It's not a prediction, it's a promise. The mirror doesn't lie, it decides, it chooses, and once it has chosen you, there is no escape. First known owner, a wealthy collector who scoffed at local superstitions. Bought it at an obscure auction, he took it home, admired his prize, and saw his own smiling face looking back. The next day, he was found dead from a sudden, unexplainable heart failure, his family terrified. Sold it off immediately. Over the decades, the mirror has passed through countless hands, leaving a trail of inexplicable tragedies in its wake. People have tried to fight it. They've tried to outsmart it. And family, hearing the rumors, thought they could break the curse by simply not looking. They covered it with a heavy velvet cloth and locked it away in an attic. For a while, they felt safe. But the mirror has a way of being seen. At night, the youngest son, drawn by a strange curiosity, crept upstairs. He just wanted a peek. He pulled back the cloth, and for a fleeting second, his own wide, curious eyes stared back. 24 hours later, he was gone. A tragic accident, they called it. But the family knew. The mirror always gets its way. You can cover it, you can hide it, but it will still show your face last. What's even more terrifying is that the mirror seems to have a will of its own. It's not a passive object. They say when you look into it for too long, it starts to look back. Your reflection's eyes will follow you, even when you move away. A faint knowing smile will play on its lips, a smile that isn't your own. It's an intelligence, ancient and malevolent, trapped within the glass, hungry for life. It feeds on the fear of those who gaze into it, growing stronger with every soul it claims. It has a ritual. At the stroke of midnight, every single night, something changes. A faint frost appears on the surface of the glass, creeping from the edges toward the center. As the last chime of the clock fades, a name forms in the condensation. A single name written in an elegant, spidery script. This is the mirror's next victim. The name stays there for just a moment before vanishing, but for anyone who sees it, the message is clear. Someone's time is up. There was a group of paranormal investigators who decided to document the mirror. They set up cameras, sensors, everything they could think of to capture its dark energy. They wanted proof. Well, they got it. They recorded the room around the clock, and for the first few hours, nothing happened. It was just an old mirror in an empty room. But as they reviewed the footage, they saw it. For a split second, in the reflection, something was there. A tall, shadowy figure stood directly behind the camera operator, but the room was empty. No one was there. The figure was only in the reflection. The investigator who had been standing in that spot collapsed from a brain aneurysm less than an hour later. The rest of the team abandoned the project, refusing to even speak of what they saw. The first owner, the one who shattered it, learned the hard way. In a fit of terror after his wife died mysteriously, he took a hammer to the glass. He thought destroying it would end the curse, but as the mirror cracked into 1,000 pieces, each shard still held a reflection. His own face, twisted in horror, stared back at him from every single piece scattered across the floor. He started screaming. They say he didn't stop screaming until the sun came up the next morning. When they found his body, the curse wasn't broken, it was multiplied. There's another detail, one that haunts the survivors. Just before someone dies, a whisper is heard. It seems to come from the mirror itself, a soft, sibilant sound that crawls into your ear. It's always the same word, soon. A college student who'd inherited the mirror from a distant relative thought it was a prank. He heard the whisper while studying and laughed it off. He even recorded it on his phone to play for his friends. The recording was just static. The next day, he was found dead, staring into his own bathroom mirror, his face frozen in a mask of pure terror. Every person who has laughed at the curse, who has dismissed it as a joke, has been found the same way. The truly chilling part, the final stage of the curse, is when you look into the mirror and see nothing. Not your reflection, not the room behind you. Just darkness and endless, consuming void. But you're not alone in that darkness. You don't see your reflection anymore, you see what's coming for you. A shape begins to form in the blackness, something that feels ancient and hungry. It moves toward you, closer and closer, until it fills the entire frame. That is the last thing you ever see. So if you ever come across an old ornate mirror, one that seems to watch you from the corner of the room, one that makes the hair on your arms stand up, walk away. Don't look. Don't even glance. Because you might not see your own face looking back. You might see the end of your life. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more strange tales and unsettling stories. Stay safe out there.